Hello, and welcome to the Hypno Travelers on the Magical Psyche Highway podcast. That's right. Your host and tour guide is Scott Prevett, a healer, hypnotist, and a magician. And your bus driver is Jason Gobelli, also a hypnotist, an entrepreneur, and a spiritual guide. Disclaimer, neither Jason, Scott, or any of our guests here today are licensed professional psychologists or psychiatrists. So please don't make any changes to any medication or treatments that you are currently on based on the conversation that you hear here today. Just hop on the bus and enjoy the ride. Trip with us on the Inner Revelation bus. That's right.
Hi, welcome back to the Hypno Travelers on the Magical Psyche Highway. I'm Jason, and we are excited today because we got a great guest. Yes, we got Dr. Anna Margolina. How are you? Welcome.
Welcome.
Hello.
Scott and I have been excited, haven't we, Scott?
Yes, sir. We are ready.
Oh, we are ready. So let's start off right with the questions. First question, who are you and what do you do?
Who am I? That's a difficult question because how do you answer this? Well, I am a person and I do hypnosis, which is just a word. But what I do really, I help people to explore unconscious, this mysterious land.
Nice. So you do hypnosis and you help people
Yes.
explore this mysterious land. So what got you into this? Tell us a little bit about you.
Okay. So, as you can guess, I did not grow up in America. So I grew up in the Soviet Union. And I had an issue. I stuttered really badly. So as a child, it was very difficult to speak. My whole face would get contorted. I would get blue in the face, would try to push my words out, and people would try to finish my sentences and say, "Oh, sweetie, I'm so sorry." So it was just so upsetting to try to express myself. And then I went to therapy and speech therapy, and it improved until I moved to America, where I had to stutter in English with an accent. Nobody could understand me. And my stutter, my anxiety, my terror of people started creeping back. So I thought, oh, I tried everything. What else is out there? Hypnosis. Often people come to this treatment because they are out of options. They tried everything. And then, well, maybe this crazy thing may help. And it was very interesting because I remember, struggling and talking to my coach on the phone. And then it was just some play with the mind. And all of a sudden there was this this sense of relief. And I started speaking with more fluency. And I thought, I need to learn it. I want to investigate it. I want to do it. This is magic. And here I am.
Nice. So you learned hypnosis here in the United States.
Yes.
And what made you go after this? What inside you said, I got to do this?
Because I could not understand it. I think why? I went to therapy and had all the doctors trying to liberate my speech. And all of them would say, you have to control it. You have to learn to breathe in a special way, to speak slowly. And I hated it because I could not do it. It was like, not me. It's not me. And this thing playing with my mind. Imagine floating up and looking at yourself and floating down. We're just playing with my mind. How it worked, why it worked. I could not stop. I had to learn it. So I just had to understand. I like knowing things, to understanding it. And also because I still kept having those little blocks. And I tried to find a way, can I completely like be done with it? Still trying to understand it, because from time to time I still stutter. So it's still a journey. I'm still looking into it. What do I need to do to be completely free, to never stutter?
Well, I think it's wonderful that you come from a stuttering little girl to speak in multiple languages fluently. So that says a lot. So here's a big question for you. So when did you have that aha moment that, hey, I can do hypnosis and I can really help people with that?
Well, I studied it and I kept telling, well, I just do it for me. I am not going to become a therapist or have clients. No, no, no. And all my teachers kept saying, why not? You don't understand. I'm not a person who can do it. And I thought, but I want to learn it. So I have to have clients, because how else I can learn it? So very reluctantly, I started trying it for free. And I had this client who had fear of spiders. And to her, it was a big deal, because she could see a tiny spider and she would scream and run. And I thought, I don't know if I can help, but it's free. So if I don't, it's okay. And then he told me, we were at a party and I picked up grapes, just a grape bunch. And there was the spider. And I said, oh, look, it's so small. And everybody at the table were like, what? What did you say? She said, I never realized they are actually very small.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, wow, I want more. I want more. I want to do more of it.
Yes. So now you're a master communicator with the unconscious mind. So how does it feel to go from that stuttering little girl to being able to communicate so well with people unconsciously?
Well, I still feel that I'm learning. I would not say that I'm a master communicator. No, it's a learning process. And interestingly, the more I learn, the more I understand, wow, there is so much more. There's just this incredible universe which can be explored deeper and deeper. So I'm still learning.
And speaking of learning, I noticed that you introduced yourself as a hypnotist, and you've talked a lot about hypnotists, but you're also a doctor. And in this podcast,
Yes.
we focus on alternative methods of healing. So
I'm not a medical doctor. So, but I have a PhD, and in the past life, I was a scientist, and I studied skin, how it works. And I have a book has published about skin. So now I'm connecting what I knew from my studies of the body. And even though I'm not a doctor, but this understanding, and I know that underneath all our thoughts, all our emotions, there is chemistry, structures. So this is physical. So I understand it. So everything I do, I connect to what I know about the body.
nice. So are you actually connecting your hypnosis to the skin? And
Yes, yes.
so how do you change a person's skin, and what do you do? And how do you do that?
So have you ever been in love? Have you ever just felt so uplifted? And notice that when people are in love, they look more beautiful. They look younger. People even say, "Oh my God, you look so beautiful. What happened? Are you in love?" So, because all our emotions are chemistry. And if you imagine that inside of you, you have this chemical lab with all kinds of drugs. So there are drugs, our internal drugs, which cause our skin to look kind of down and create wrinkles, like I will look like this. So, right? And there are chemicals which make us look uplifted, make our skin glow. And I noticed that when clients finally find this peace within themselves, they finally say, ah, and there is this glow. So I started connecting. What actually happens? Well, we have processes in our skin which are affected by our emotions.
Nice. Nice. So you can actually then make me look younger.
Oh, yes, I can. If you want, only if you want.
So in a way, you're kind of got the fountain of youth, like a Ponce de Leon.
Well, we cannot stop aging. Like, this is impossible. We all will age. It's impossible to hold on to this youth. But if you decide to take your skin as it is now and ask, what internal elixir do I need? What is a mixture of emotions that I like to have as this underlying current of feelings? What is it? Love, gratitude, joy, wonder, all of them, they will uplift your face, because you see, skin is an organ and it's heavy. It has weight. So gravity is pulling your skin down like this. So some emotions will uplift your expression and some will increase this downward pull. So hypnosis is a wonderful tool which allows you to create the alchemy that you want.
Beautiful, beautiful. So, with your clients, do you specifically work on skin or do you work on a lot of different things? What's your niche?
So I don't have a niche, so to say, but I noticed that a lot of clients I have are people who, when they were children, they had some magical qualities. Maybe they were very intuitive. Maybe they were very empathic and they could feel emotions. Maybe they talked to animals. Maybe they could see spirits. So they were very gifted children. And then they had to disconnect from it. They had to abandon this part. They started wrapping it in shame and grief and fear and anger. So it's just like golden egg on the inside, but wrapped in all the garbage. And they come with different problems, with all kinds of problems, some pains they cannot explain, or they keep getting into the same relationships, different people with the same outcome, or they have the same kind of accidents. So it looks like something on the inside, like keep knocking. Hey, hey, pay attention. And finally they say, okay, I need a hypnotist. And something in me, something in my story or attitude, I don't know what it is, but they come to me. And I am a safe place for everything magical.
So you reconnect them to their magic.
Yes, but they don't know it. They don't know that this is what they are doing. They come with relationship issues or fears or inner blocks or lack of confidence. So all kinds of issues, but it all comes when they go into a trance. All of a sudden, there is this wise entity steps out, and it's magical. Their skin starts glowing. They start looking more beautiful, more empowered. It's a beautiful process.
Wonderful.
Nice.
So you've got all this going on. You got with the skin, you're a doctor, you got the hypnosis, you got all this thing where you're connecting people together and communicating beautifully, by the way, unconsciously and consciously. You got all this going on. Well, through your life, who were your mentors that helped guide you through your path?
That's a long list. That's a very long list. I'm lucky because I have this intuition or guidance that I'm just connecting to people who are awesome. So I just have a long. They all of they taught me how to think. It's very, very important
Nice.
to learn how to think.
Well, who was your first mentor then? The first person that you looked up to guide you?
First, very unexpected. When I started thinking, okay, I liberated my speech, it's now flowing, but I still have a little bit of fear, a little bit of this blocking. And I thought, I need theater training. I need to learn how to be comfortable with my emotions. And I decided to take a clowning class.
Wow.
Yes, to feel those big shoes. And there was this teacher, very unusual. He was quite old, looked like Albert Einstein, those hairs and the same look. And the first time he asked me to put on a mask and just stand in front of a class. And it was extremely difficult. I did not know how to, just be me, just not do anything, just stand with my face with another face on me. And what he said, don't do anything, just be there. And I did not know how to just be. So Arne Zaslov, check him out. He is a legend. And he teaches people how to get rid of themselves, to find themselves.
Nice.
So that was the first time when I started understanding that I'm not living me. I need to get back to me.
Wonderful. So where did you learn all these hypnotic techniques from then?
Bandler was the first.
Bandler.
I went to Orlando and I was very scared because I thought, I'm taking this big step, paying a lot of money, and I don't even know if I can do it. And the first time I entered this room and they like all applauding and music is playing and everything like, hey. And this man sitting on a chair and just keeping the audience in full attention, laughing. We were laughing our heads like crazy. And speaking in a way that completely tranced me out. And I thought, I want it. I want it.
Nice.
And at first I was terrified of him. I thought if I come to him and ask him a question, he will say, what do you want? And finally I like, Dr. Bandler, I want to ask you a question. And all of a sudden there were those kind eyes and kind voice saying, what do you want? It was such a huge contrast.
Nice. Nice.
I love him.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Scott, do you have any questions you want to throw your way?
Wow. You're really so successful in so many of the things that you do. When you're 10 years from now, when you look back, what do you hope you've accomplished?
So looking back, the most important thing is that I learned to not judge people. That was big because I grew up with people who would constantly give you opinion. And to understand that every person has their own journey and they are the experts on themselves. When I started, I thought, I know all this stuff. I know NLP, I know all other techniques, and I'm going to fix everybody very, very fast because I know stuff. And it's through sitting with clients and listening to them and talking to their unconscious, discovering all those parts that we have on the inside, all those patterns that people just don't see until they see them. I learned to respect my clients, to understand that I know nothing, that they have all the powers, they have all the knowledge, they have the gifts of healing. And my job just gently guide them to themselves.
Beautiful.
That's-
So, Dr. Anna, got another question for you. So,
Yes.
you've written that book. Do you have another one in mind?
Well, I seem to be compulsively writing books. So I have other books that I wrote, like this one, Hypnosis for Happiness. So every time I finish a book, like this one, took me a lot of time. I say, never again. No, I'm not going to write another book. I'm done with it. I have enough. And usually, then I get this itching, I have those ideas, and I start just, oh, I will just write down a few things. And then I am pulled into this. It's terrible because it's hard work, not the free-flowing writing. This I love, but putting it together, editing, organizing, doing all the work to actually bring it to people. That's what I like. Why did I do it? Why I do it? I don't know, but it just is something in me wants to reach out to people.
So, is there one?
Nice.
Is there a new one coming?
No, only this one. And this is interesting because it's not even on hypnosis. Well, it's kind of hypnosis, but it's very ancient kind. So it's all about energy, how we work with our energy, how we grow it, how we amplify it, how we alchemize it, clean it, purify it. So then we can find it out.
So, it's pronounced Qigong, right?
Qigong, Qigong, there's many pronunciations, and it's the art of moving energy.
Nice. Nice. So, that said, speaking of energy, how do
Yes.
our viewers get in touch with you and get in contact with all that beautiful energy that you have inside you?
Well, they can go to annamargolina.com, easy, and contact me.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, Scott, do you have any other questions for Dr. Anna?
Thank you so much for taking your time out of your schedule and coming and spending with us today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Now, I have one for you. Now
Yes.
you have your time for your words of wisdom. What are your words of wisdom that you got to give all of our viewers?
Words of wisdom. You see, I learned that we often have everything to live in joy. Yes, it's impossible to be always in joy. We can be in grief, we can be in fear and anger. But when we learn not to hold on to those emotions, not to store them internally, not to amplify them by running them through our head over and over again, not to keep them in our heart, but move through them, learn, and then return to joy and peace. Life becomes a wonderful adventure There is a lot to enjoy, but you have to know how to unburden yourself, how to release and remove all this old energy that you no longer need, not because it's bad, but just because you don't need to keep it. And keep being open to new experiences, new joy, new love, new wisdom.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
That's
And
great.
now that you've shared that with us, you have to tell us, what do you do personally to get that joy and find that peace and get that connection? So how do you do this and what do you do?
First, I do the inner smile every day. This is an ancient technique, and it's so easy. You just need to do it. Think of love and really think about it. Imagine a person you love, or a place, or a dog, or a cat. And just notice that the more you imagine them, the more you begin to smile and your love begins to pour out. So inhale the smile, smile it into your eyes, and just sit there with your eyes immersed in the loving, smiling energy. And then take this eye energy and your smile and smile into your brain. Look into your brain and just smile until your brain starts smiling at you. And then you go from organ to organ. Smile into your skin. Smile into your ears. Smile into your hands. Grab the smile and spread it all over yourself. Such an easy practice, easy to do. And the more you do it, the more you understand that we do not connect to ourselves through anger, criticism, judgment. We connect through smiling, loving energy. And the more you are connected to yourself, it's a daily practice. Every day you smile into your body. Every day you send love to yourself, to your physical organs. And you begin feel more and more real in your body.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Scott, anything you want to add?
I really love how you bring it back together to people, letting people learn about themselves with their own knowledge and learning how to be inside themselves. That's awesome.
Wonderful. It's been a pleasure having you on here, and it's been great walking down your magical psyche highway.
Thank you. Thank you. I loved it.
Yes, absolutely. Is there anything else you want to tell our viewers?
Nothing. Just keep smiling internally.
Awesome. Complete. What a great trip it has been going down your magical psyche, Dr. Anna Margolina. We love it. And for our viewers, thank you for being here. We certainly appreciate you. If you like us, give us a thumbs up. If you think we're assholes, give us a thumbs down. We don't care. Just keep coming back, share it with others, spread the word around, and hopefully we'll see you next week on our show. Thanks for coming, guys.
Wow, what a trip. Thanks for taking that journey with us today. Please like us, share us, and enlighten us with your views of the topics we drove into today. We appreciate you and love reading your comments. Thanks again, and we hope to see you back on the bus next week. That's right.